Look who it is, Dirty Tesla! Hey, what is going on, everybody? So today I'm heading out. I'm gonna get some tint at American Window Tinting is what it's called. It's in Brighton. Thank you to Kurt. I met him at the Batteries on the Bridge. He got his tint here and he suggested it to me. So we're heading over there. I haven't done it yet. I was gonna take some like before video and I totally forgot. It's a little early in the morning. I'm getting both windows on the passenger side and both windows on the driver's side done. And I'm also doing the rear window. I am not doing the windshield for a couple reasons. Number one, it was more money and I didn't want to, pay anymore. And number two, I was a little worried about how it would affect the videos. I didn't want, looking out the front to be too dark or anything, especially like if I do any night videos. Probably wouldn't look very good. All right, so we're heading to pick up the car. The tint is done. It only took a couple hours. When did we dropped it off around 10 and he called me at like 12:45. So really quick. Are you excited to check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Me too. I can't wait to see it. All right, what is going on, everybody? We're back. We're done with the tint. Heading back home. Actually got to trade cars with Stephanie, but it's awesome. From inside, so I have a little sample clip for you. He had some really good examples in his shop of what it looks like from inside the car. So I'll show you that clip now. It has kind of the light in the background and then the exact same tints, but what they would look like kind of course, it's not exact because it depends on lighting conditions, but what it would look like outside of the car. And the 50% from the inside, I was really liking. And honestly from the outside too, but I was just a little concerned it would attract a little too much attention from cops. I don't know, maybe they don't care, maybe it's not a big deal, but it's just not something that I want to deal with. So the tint has a lifetime warranty, which is really nice. He uses Lumar. He was telling me that he has 40 years of experience tinting, by the way. Like looking in the camera here, I think maybe there's some effect with the camera where it's not picking up the tint, but I will show you some interior and exterior footage, but I'm liking it. I mean, I can definitely tell that this window next to me is not nearly as bright as it was before. So it's really nice. From the outside, some angles, it's like you can't see in at all. And again, it depends on the lighting and all that kind of stuff, but it's very cool to have kind of a little bit more privacy and everything. And then, wow, it's just, I don't know, sitting here looking forward, like, it's like I'm in a darker room. I mean, I am, obviously, but it's more comfortable. It's not so bright and harsh. So I didn't actually end up going with ceramic. I think I said I was getting ceramic, and I was talking to him about prices and everything, and I just didn't want to pay for the ceramic, to be honest. He said the benefit is that it keeps heat out better than normal tint. I'm not sure normal tint does anything for heat, but I didn't want to pay for that. I'm in Michigan, and of course there's a few months a year where that is important, but the car has cabin overheat protection, so, it kind of regulates the temperature on its own, and it just wasn't something I felt like paying for. I know most people get ceramic, that's great, but I just, you know how I am. If you watch my videos, I'm cheap. I don't like to spend much money, so even this was pretty difficult. Okay, so here we are looking at the tint. After a few weeks, I kind of wanted to try it out, let it settle, and kind of get my impressions of driving around with it in different scenarios, at night, when it's raining, stuff like that. Again, this is 35%. The lower the number, the less light that can get in. So a 5% tint would be darker than this, and a 50% tint would be lighter than this. So you can see it looks pretty dark from the camera. I'm not sure if it's capturing exactly what I'm seeing, but yeah, I think it is. When I look into the driver's side, it's dark, but I can pretty clearly see the steering wheel. I can see the center touch screen, and then the passenger seat I can just kind of barely see. And then if you look in the back, it looks much darker. I mean, from where I'm standing right now, I can't really even see anything. And that has a lot to do with the time of day, the lighting. So it's currently about 5:30 p.m. It's been getting dark earlier here. And there's not a whole lot of sun. We're in the shade right now, but the sun is, of course, still shining up through the trees over there. But on the front, I don't have any tint on the windshield. So if you look into the windshield, it's perfectly clear. This is the stock windshield, exactly what it looks like when you get it from the factory. And that helps light get into the front of the cabin and makes it so even though the front and back tint are the same, it's harder to see in the back and easier to see in the front, because I did get the back tinted. Now, I had a lot of questions about the back, and you'll see it looks very dark, very uniform. I didn't get it tinted all the way up. It only goes to about here. I think I can actually see the tint line. Oh, sorry, it goes to about here. So I think I can actually see the tint line through here if I look through it. A lot of people say that, you really should get the tint all the way up from the back all the way here. And I opted not to do that, just again to save money. I didn't want to pay for that much tint. And let me open this for you so you can see what it looks like on the inside. So here we are sitting inside the car, all doors closed. This is the roof, so that's the line. And of course it's pretty apparent right now because I'm showing it to you on purpose. And it looks a little more dramatic in the camera view that I'm seeing than it does in real life. But when I look in my rearview mirror, it's not something I see or notice. I actually had a friend ask me if I got the back done, and when I told him I did, but not the whole thing, he asked about this line. He said, how is it? How can you see it? And I had just gotten home from getting the tint done, and the car was parked in the garage, and I said, you know what? I actually didn't even notice. So, everyone's different. Maybe this is something that would kill you and you could never do it. You'd have to get it done all the way to here. But I didn't want to pay for that because the top's already tinted by Tesla. And this is a nice compliment and it looks really good. Especially from the outside, as you can see, it was very uniform. If you come up close to the car, you'll see the line, but from a normal distance, you won't see it. So here's the interior view. The best way to kind of compare would be looking out the front, again, not tinted, compared to over here. That's tinted with the 35%. So you can see the difference right there. The difference is not very dramatic while you're in the car. Again, to show you the back, let me get up close here. See, right now I'm trying to find the line to point it out and I'm having trouble. So it's right here, I think. So I think I'm having a hard time seeing it. I think it's right here. So I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, if you can see the separation line. But, again, from a normal distance right here, you're not going to see it, especially if you don't know it's there, you're not looking for it. So I'm going to hop in the car. Here's a view of me getting in. You can see that all windows are closed. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. That's what it would look like to somebody outside, again, with the sun not directly above the car and directly shining in. And then I will lower the passenger side window. And you can see what it looks like when I lower that. It's easier to see me because now more light can get in, not as much is blocked by the other windows. If I lower the back windows, probably doesn't make much of a difference. But as more light can get into the car, the tint from the outside doesn't have as dramatic of an effect. I will have a link for the place that I got this done at. It is not sponsored, but I did have a friend refer me there, so I did get a slight discount. So unfortunately, I don't know what the price would be if you don't have like a friend discount like I got. But for me, it cost $300, which I thought was a really good deal. So that's my tinted Tesla. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. I think it was a good choice. I really want darker though. I was hesitant to go with a darker tint because I didn't want to attract too much attention from cops. That was also another reason I left the front undone. I would have loved the front done, but I feel like if you have a clear windshield without the tint, it also draws less attention. If I was to do this in the future, like for the Cybertruck, if I do trade in and get the Cybertruck, I think I would risk it and go for the 20% because it would be a lot nicer. This effect wasn't as dramatic as I was hoping. From the outside, it does look nice, and it blocks a little bit of the view, but it is still pretty easy for people to see in. But otherwise, driving in sunny weather, it has helped a bit. Sometimes the chrome on the mirrors right here, I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but sometimes it would shine just a little bit and kind of get in my eyes. Nothing, of course, that was dangerous, but just a little bit annoying. And I've noticed that is completely gone with this tint. Those spots are still bright, of course, but the tint has darkened it enough, so now they don't bother me pretty much at all. If you have any questions about tint, leave them down in the comments. I will leave a link to the place that I got this done in the description. There's also some other links down there if you're interested in Tesla Solar, you want some free supercharging miles, I have a referral link to Tesla, and a lot of other stuff down there if you want to contact me via DM, Twitter, Instagram, email, whatever you want. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and you will see me in the next video. Look at this dirty camera. I gotta clean that.
So Autopilot and I are happily driving along.